Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, and we are back for another NHL 16 Hockey Ultimate Team theme-based team build, where today's theme is Stanley Cup playoff related, as this build is made up entirely of players who have Stanley Cup Series game-winning goals. So all the players on this team, with the exception of a few of them, because there aren't that many for the defensive side, all these players on the offensive side of the puck have scored a game-winning goal or been credited with the game-winning goal for their team to win the Stanley Cup in the final game for the clinching game of the Stanley Cup Finals. So once again, guys, if you want to go check out any of the previous team builds, make sure to go check out the link and the playlists in the description as well as on my channel. But as I mentioned, all the players here on this offense have been credited with a game-winning goal in the Stanley Cup Finals at least once in their career, and they've been credited with the game-winning goal for their team winning the Stanley Cup in that final clinching game. So let's go over the first line here, and this team is actually pretty good that you can use in a competitive standpoint. I have been using this team for a couple of games or so for maybe a full division, ended up holding in the division, so they definitely can get it done in Division 1. But your first line here, Jari Kurri, 1987 with the Edmonton Oilers. Dougie Gilmour, 1989 with the Calgary Flames. And then Brett Hull, 1999 with the Dallas Stars. A lot of Buffalo Sabres fans will definitely remember that goal that Brett Hull scored. He was in the crease, right? I guess so. But you got a full first line of legends right here. Obviously, you guys have seen how each of these legends have played so far this year. You know, Brett Hull, not too fast, but his shot's really good. Gilmour's a solid center. Kurri, decent all-around player with a really good shot. They play how the legends play. Second line, Henrik Zetterberg in 2008 with the Detroit Red Wings. Jeff Carter, 2012 with the LA Kings. And then Mike Bossy in 1982 and in 1983, where the Islanders swept back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals and won their third and their fourth straight Stanley Cups in that elongated year. So from 83, 82, 81, and 80, New York Islanders won 4 straight Stanley Cups, and Mike Bossy actually got the game-winning goal, or was credited with the game-winning goal in 82 and 83, back-to-back years. So that's pretty awesome for Mike Bossy in back-to-back years where they swept. So Zetterberg's got some awesome hands. Carter, pretty good, nice, solid center. He's got a pretty big body, 6'4", 212. Will outbody the other player on faceoffs. Decent shot, decent speed. Mike Bossy, I was actually a little bit surprised with his speed. Shot is actually very, very good on him coming off the wing, having that offhanded, well, if you put him on the left wing, he'll have an offhanded skate, so really you should switch up Bossy and Zetterberg, but I opted to throw Bossy up right there, not too bad. Third line, Alex Tanguay in 2001 with the Avs, Patrice Bergeron 2011 with the Boston Bruins, and then Patrick Kane 2010 with the Blackhawks against the Flyers. 5-hole Leighton. Say no more. I will not talk about that game anymore because we Flyers fans are sick of hearing that damn goal that, you know, should never went in the first place, but whatever, it went in. But anyway, Tanguay, you know, okay, base card player there. I've used Bergeron so much this year. Solid as his base card, pretty good. Patrick Kane was the first time using him this year as well. Very speedy, very good hands. Rarely ever loses the puck. Only if he ever gets outbodied, he'll lose the puck. And other than that, Kaner is a very good player in this game. And then fourth line, only silver player, Ruslan Fedotenko in 2004 with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Dave Bolin, 2013 with the Hawks, which was like a last-minute goal, or final 2 minutes of the game that Dave Bolin scored that goal. And then Max Talbot in 2009 with the Penguins. And there also is another player which you can fill out on this lineup. You can also opt to put in Travis Moen into your fourth line as well in 2007 with the Anaheim Ducks. So if you don't like any of the way that these three guys play down here, you can opt to throw Travis Moen in there as well. But Dave Bolin is a solid, pretty good defensive player, good on faceoffs. Same thing with Tal, good defensively. Fedotenko's a little bit slow, not really a good puck controller, but his defense is actually very, very good. And he can line up people for a decent check, even at 6'1", 200. The only silver card on this squad, so you know I had to give him some love. But there's your offense. As we move on to the defensive side of things, we have Alec Martinez and Duncan Keith, 2014 and 2015, respectively, for both of those two guys. Now, those are the final game-winning goal credited players out of this entire build. At least in the Stanley Cup Finals, that is. Now, I was running out of, game-winning goals or series clinchers to add onto this team, so I went with two players here, Scott Niedermayer and Nicholas Lidstrom, both with their respective teams, the Ducks and the Red Wings. I went to opt for those guys in 2007 and 2002 for when the Conn Smythes for both of their teams. So that is the reason I threw Niedermayer and Lidstrom in there for the second pair. And then for Adam McQuaid and Kevin Bieksa, I went with conference finals for both of these two players. Adam McQuaid in 2013, the Eastern Conference Finals, where the Boston Bruins, I believe, swept the Pittsburgh Penguins in 4 games in 2013. Adam McQuaid got the only goal in game number 4, I believe, to win that game 1-0. And then Kevin Bieksa in 2011 for the Vancouver Canucks won that game 5 over the San Jose Sharks in overtime, I believe. So that is the reason why Kevin Bieksa and Adam McQuaid are on there. They're not Stanley Cup Finals, but they are playoff game-winning goals nonetheless. And then finally, once again, going back to the Conn Smythe winners here for the goaltenders, Patrick Waugh in 2001 with the Avs, Jonathan Quick 2012 with the Los Angeles Kings. So it's a very nicely built all-around team build. You have 2 really solid goaltenders. You have 3 really good, reliable defensemen, I should say, with Niedermayer, Lidstrom, and Keith. Martinez is not too bad, but he's not great. McQuaid, very slow out there. Same thing with Bieksa, but they can play defense fairly well. And then on your offense, your top 3 lines, if it doesn't like to glitch out sometimes, I'm missing some players. Let me just go back out and in again. And this game is glitchy. Oh, that's because the game froze. So as I was saying before the game decided to lag out of here, it's a very deep team here on offense. At least you have, what is that, 8 solid players here. 4 not really so great players, but they're at least going to be fairly good defensively, especially on your 4th line. You're not going to be switching your 4th line out there all too much, but your top line full of legends is very good. Your second line is good, and then your third line is actually really deep with Bergeron and Kane out there on the third pair to match up against another team's third pair, which actually could be a really good tight matchup. And obviously, there are all these players. Most of the base cards on this team have some form of Team of the Weeks, except the legends, obviously. Carter, Team of the Year. Zetterberg, I believe he might have a Team of the Week or a Player of the Game or something. Tanguay, not so sure about. He maybe have a milestone card or something. Bergeron, Team of the Year. Kaner, Team of the Year. Bolin and Talbot, not sure what they have. Fedotenko, obviously not. Martinez, nothing. Keith, I think maybe a Team of the Week of some sort. Patty Waugh, Quick might have something, maybe a Team of the Week or something. And other than that, everything else is still pretty solid base card wise. And that is it for this team build. Thought it's pretty cool. Wanted to add something to go along with the Stanley Cup playoffs this time around. And went with Stanley Cup game-winning goals in the series clinching game of their Stanley Cup victory. So that is it for this team build, guys. If you did enjoy, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. As always, let me know if you've used any of these players on a team before. Let me know if you like this build. Leave some suggestions in the comment section for future builds, and we'll continue along with these builds every Tuesday. So thanks guys for watching. We'll see you next time.